What if I told you that one of the most consumed beverages in the world, something you probably drink every single day and have since you can remember, can be used in a way that helps your body manage blood sugar far more efficiently? I'm not talking about some miracle formula. I'm not selling anything. I'm talking about coffee. The drink that's sitting in your kitchen right now, and one detail that changes everything: the way and the moment you drink that cup. Hi, I'm Dr. James Carter, and over the past several years I've been working closely with hundreds of patients dealing with prediabetes and type 2 diabetes, particularly people over 60. What I'm about to share with you today has genuinely changed many of their lives. We are facing a silent crisis. Diabetes cases have been climbing at alarming rates across the developed world. In the United States alone, over 37 million people are living with the disease, and the CDC estimates that roughly 1 in 3 adults over 65 has it. 1 in 3. That's far more than most people realize. And what concerns me most in my daily practice isn't just those who already have the diagnosis. It's the enormous number of people teetering on the edge, with blood sugar creeping up, with that unexplainable exhaustion after lunch, with that thirst that never seems to go away, who either haven't been diagnosed yet or have been but don't know what to do beyond taking a pill and hoping for the best. And here I need to pause and tell you something very serious. Every week in my office, I see people spending fortunes on medications, expensive supplements, and endless treatments, and they're still struggling with uncontrolled blood sugar because they don't understand the basics of how their body works. Chronic inflammation, a sluggish metabolism, excess weight, all of this directly impacts how your body handles glucose. That's precisely why a natural supplement called Citrus Burn caught my attention. It's formulated with 7 plant-based ingredients, including Seville bitter orange peel extract, Spanish apple vinegar, and Himalayan ginger. It's designed to support your body's natural thermogenesis, essentially helping your metabolism work the way it should. And when your metabolism is functioning properly, your body processes glucose more efficiently, inflammation goes down, and everything starts working in harmony. What touches me most are the messages I receive every day from people thanking me for pointing them toward this. People who stop spending on expensive drugs and treatments and transform their health with one small investment. They write to me calling it a miracle product. I don't love the word miracle. I prefer to say it's smart habits backed by science. I left the link in the first pinned comment below this video. Take a look. It costs nothing to learn more. Now stay with me until the end of this video because I'm going to show you how one small adjustment that costs absolutely nothing can make an enormous difference in your glucose control. But first, I need to tell you something most people don't know about coffee. Imagine your pancreas as a small factory that produces insulin, the hormone responsible for opening the doors of your cells so glucose can enter and become energy. When you eat, glucose enters your bloodstream. The factory kicks into gear, produces insulin, and glucose is absorbed by the cells. All good. The problem starts when that factory gets overloaded. When you eat things that spike blood sugar rapidly, the pancreas has to work at full capacity. Over time, cells become less responsive to insulin. The pancreas produces more and more to achieve the same effect. That's insulin resistance, the gateway to type 2 diabetes. So where does coffee fit in? Coffee is an extraordinary beverage biochemically. It contains hundreds of bioactive compounds, but 2 stand out to science: chlorogenic acid and trigonelline. Think of them as traffic controllers inside your intestine. When you drink coffee before eating, these compounds slow down sugar absorption from food. Instead of a flood of glucose hitting your bloodstream all at once, you get a smooth flow that the pancreas can manage without stress. Research published in Diabetes Care by Harvard School of Public Health analyzed data from over 1 million people and concluded that habitual coffee consumption is associated with a significant reduction in the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. And it's not a small effect. The risk decreases in a dose-dependent manner. Then in 2018, researchers at the Karolinska Institute in Sweden reviewed 30 studies covering nearly 1.2 million participants and confirmed that coffee consumption is associated with roughly a 30% reduction in type 2 diabetes risk. But here's the point almost nobody talks about. These benefits depend entirely on how you drink your coffee, because the wrong coffee at the wrong time, the wrong way, can work against you. And that's exactly what I see happening in my practice with alarming frequency. Let me tell you about Harold, 72 years old, retired, a man of routine who'd been drinking coffee since he was 17. When he came to my office, his fasting glucose was 138. His HbA1c was 7.1%. He told me, "Doc, I do everything right. I drink coffee every day. I walk 3 times a week." I asked him to walk me through his coffee routine in detail, and I found the problem. Every morning before eating anything, he drank a large cup of strong black coffee. Then another at 3 p.m. with a sweet biscuit, and sometimes a third before bed because he thought it helped him relax. 3 classic mistakes I'll break down for you now. Mistake number 1, coffee on an empty stomach right after waking. This is the most common and the most damaging. When you wake up after a full night of fasting, your body already has elevated cortisol. Cortisol tells your liver to release glucose into the bloodstream for energy. Caffeine amplifies this effect, stimulating the adrenal glands further, releasing more adrenaline, and the liver responds by dumping even more glucose into your blood. You haven't eaten a thing and your blood sugar has already risen 20 to 40 milligrams per deciliter. A study in the British Journal of Nutrition confirmed this. Drinking black coffee on an empty stomach after sleep can significantly raise morning blood glucose levels. Mistake number 2, coffee with sugar, artificial sweetener, or cream. A spoonful of sugar in your coffee triggers an immediate glucose spike and cancels out the benefits of chlorogenic acid. And artificial sweeteners? Recent research suggests aspartame and sucralose may alter gut microbiota in ways that harm long-term glycemic control. Data published in January 2025 in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that black coffee without additives was associated with a 10% diabetes risk reduction per additional daily cup. When sugar was added, that protective effect dropped significantly. Mistake number 3, coffee in the late afternoon or evening. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours. Coffee at 3 p.m. means half the caffeine is still circulating at 8 p.m. It keeps cortisol elevated, disrupts deep sleep, and quality sleep is when the body regulates glucose metabolism. Poor sleep equals uncontrolled blood sugar. It's a vicious cycle. When I explained all this to Harold and we adjusted his coffee routine, in 8 weeks his fasting glucose dropped from 138 to 112. His HbA1c went from 7.1% to 6.6%. No medication change, no radical diet, just adjusting coffee. Now here's how you should drink coffee to maximize the science-backed benefits. Before that, if this content is helping you, please hit the like button and subscribe. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing where this community is growing. First golden moment, morning coffee, but not the first thing in the morning. When you wake up, drink a glass of water first. Wait 30 to 60 minutes. Eat something with protein, scrambled eggs, cheese, plain unsweetened yogurt. Only then drink your coffee. Black, no sugar, no sweetener. Protein buffers the caffeine cortisol impact and prevents that glucose spike. For an extra boost, add half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Cinnamon contains compounds that partially mimic insulin action. Second moment, coffee before lunch. 20 to 30 minutes before your main meal, drink a small cup of black coffee. The chlorogenic acid acts as that traffic controller, slowing sugar absorption from the food you're about to eat, reducing the post-meal glucose spike. Third moment, after exercise. Within 30 minutes of finishing a walk or any physical activity, drink a cup of black coffee. Muscles that just worked are highly receptive to glucose, like sponges absorbing sugar from the blood. Caffeine enhances this effect. It's a metabolic window most people miss. Regarding quantity, most guidelines consider up to 4 or 5 small cups per day safe. But everyone's different. If you feel palpitations, anxiety, or insomnia, reduce to 2 cups or switch to quality decaf, which still contains chlorogenic acid. Let me tell you about Margaret, 68, a retired teacher with type 2 diabetes for 3 years, on metformin, HbA1c stubbornly at 7.5%. She drank sweetened coffee with milk in the morning, coffee with cookies in the afternoon, and barely moved. We made a simple plan. Wait 45 minutes after waking, eat a boiled egg, then black coffee with cinnamon. A small cup 20 minutes before lunch. A 25-minute walk 3 times a week with coffee right after. We eliminated the sweetened afternoon coffee and the cookies. 6 weeks later, HbA1c dropped from 7.5% to 6.8%. Fasting glucose at 109. She told me, "Doctor, I woke up with energy for the first time in years." I didn't change her medication. I changed her relationship with coffee. Now the invisible enemies that destroy all these benefits. Enemy 1, sugar of any kind. White, brown, honey, anything sweet cancels the protective effect. Enemy 2, artificial sweeteners. Growing evidence they disrupt gut bacteria. If you need to sweeten, try natural stevia. Enemy 3, instant coffee in sachets, which often contain hidden sugar and additives. Choose natural ground coffee, 100% Arabica, freshly brewed. Enemy 4, coffee paired with ultra-processed foods, white bread, filled cookies, packaged cakes. The glucose spike from refined carbs is so massive no amount of chlorogenic acid can compensate. And the protection triad. First, smart coffee. Right timing, no sugar, maximizing chlorogenic acid. Second, movement. 30 minutes of moderate walking, 3 to 5 times per week. Active muscles pull glucose from the blood independently of insulin. Third, adequate protein at meals. Eggs, chicken, fish, beans, cheese, plain yogurt. Include protein at every main meal. When these 3 work together, the effects multiply. And before I close, I need to come back to something I consider crucial. Everything I discussed today, the role of coffee, cortisol, sleep, inflammation, movement, it all connects to how your metabolism functions as a whole. And a sluggish metabolism undermines all of these efforts silently. That's why I want to mention Citrus Burn once more. This natural supplement, built on 7 plant-based ingredients, supports thermogenesis and helps your body regain metabolic balance. When your metabolism is running properly, glucose processing improves, inflammation decreases, and your body gets what it needs. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to tell you that this small investment has transformed the lives of many people who follow me. People who were spending on medication after medication and who now, with simple habits and metabolic support, live with more energy and less fear. The messages I receive are deeply moving. People write telling me it's a miracle product that changed their daily life in ways they didn't think possible. The link is in the first pinned comment below this video. Check it out and make an informed decision. Everything I described here is complementary lifestyle strategy based on solid scientific evidence. It can help enormously but does not replace medical evaluation. If you have diagnosed diabetes and take medication, never change dosage on your own. Bring this information to your doctor and adjust together. If you have a family member struggling with high blood sugar or diabetes, share this video with them now. Quality information based on science is one of the greatest gifts we can give those we love. Your body isn't your enemy. It's constantly trying to balance, heal, adapt. When blood sugar rises, when fatigue won't go away, those are signals, cries for help. And often what your body is asking for isn't another pill. Sometimes it's a small change, like the time you drink a cup of coffee. Health doesn't live at the pharmacy. It lives in daily habits. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. I'm Dr. James Carter, and it's been a true pleasure being here with you. Take care of yourself. Take care of those you love.